I'm still so surprised that Blizz agreed to come join our team after like his introduction was playing charades with Chris Damaris as his teammate.
What is a campfighter? Chris was like, oh, I saw fire and I saw fighting, and I was like, oh, like a firefighter. That's cool. And Chris is going, campfighter? And that was the moment where I was like, Chris, how are you? How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, guess what? That thought never stops.
He told a story on the Black Box Down panel yesterday about how he was flying somewhere and got on the wrong plane.
We got a spit take.
I don't know how you do that.
Like Home Alone style?
Yeah, like he was on the plane and someone came to get in his seat and they were like, I think you're in my seat. And he was like, no, I'm 11A. And they're like, no, I'm 11A. And the flight attendant came over. They're like, both of our boarding passes are 11A. The flight attendant had to look at them and be like, I don't think you're on the right plane. To Chris.
He wakes up in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Didn't he also think his panel was in your room during Ship Hits the Fan?
He did just come wander in, yeah, and everybody was super happy to see him, but it was never explained.
Look, I love Chris. There is no thought behind those eyes, and it is the most precious thing in the world where I'm like, oh, I adore that. I really do.
Yeah.
I want to see like that speech from Quint in Jaws about the cold, dead eyes, unfeeling eyes, and just apply it to Chris Damaris.
It's like, I feel like, you know how there are like multiple universes and like everyone's like different?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a universe full of lizard people. I feel like Chris is the one thing or person that just stays the same in every universe. So like everyone's lizard people, but then there's Chris. And Chris is a human being a human in a lizard universe. And I believe that to be true.
I'm not convinced. I wrote an entire short a few years ago about Chris secretly being an alien.
Oh, yeah.
And I was writing that from experience, basically.
Do you think he's learning well about the human race?
I honestly, sometimes I see him like staring at things or like listening really intently to something, and I'm like, he's learning.
It's happening.
He's studying.
Now at this point, I'm like, are we bullying Chris? We might be.
Do you ever see him like talking into his wrist or like filing reports?
He does talk to himself a lot.
Yeah.
I think also when he writes, like when he's writing a script or something, he'll like act it out himself as he's writing it. So if you just see him, he's just going. I'm like, Chris, you okay, dude? Yeah.
No, this is, yeah.
Yeah, he sits next to me at the in our office, and it's a joy. It's a treat. He's got like the weirdest assortment of things on his desk and in his drawers. He's got like a Microsoft keyboard from the 1990s, you know, like those wavy kind where your hands are separate.
Oh,
Why?
hell yeah. The one split in two.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not the keyboard he uses. It's just unplugged on his desk.
Oh, he is sending that back to the mothership, and I know it. I know it. Because there's no reason you should have that.
Maybe it's just a safety thing, like Linus and his
Maybe. It's like he's got the same keyboard as the rest of us, and then that one as well.